Welcome back to another episode of the Cape CopCast. I'm one of your hosts, Lisa Greenberg.
And I'm Officer Mercedes Simons. Together we make up the Public Affairs Office. We have two awesome guests today who are representing the SWAT team. We have Sergeant Andrew Miller and Lieutenant Doug Coons. If you guys want to introduce yourselves a little bit more.
I'm Lieutenant Doug Coons. I've been with the department since 2004. SWAT Team Commander, and I'm in Investigative Services Bureau.
Andrew Miller. I am the Sergeant in Professional Standards. I've been with the department since 2012, and I am currently the sniper team leader.
Very cool. Thanks for coming on, you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
This podcast, I feel like we've wanted to do something highlighting SWAT for a while, so I'm glad you guys could make it on. I think the best way to start is probably for people who may be listening or watching who don't know what SWAT is to explain what is SWAT.
If people don't know the acronym, it just stands for Special Weapons and Tactics. So it's officers from throughout the department who get additional training, and they have specialized equipment to handle scenarios that are not necessarily beyond patrol capabilities, because it's comprised of patrol officers as well, but situations that may be time consuming or high risk, things like that. So that's kind of what the team takes care of.
People usually see SWAT and the Bearcat in situations like barricaded suspects or different situations like that where you may have to breach a building and those types of scenarios. That's just one type of situation you guys handle, though.
Correct. We also do like pre-planned search warrants if there's high risk offenders, they have known weapons, or they're highly, volatile.
Also, dignitary protection, special events we can do. We have snipers deployed during special events. Besides suspects, just out of the basic, if patrol needs help, they call us. We are comprised of, patrol officers, so anything out of their expertise, we just have a little bit more training.
Who all is the SWAT team made up of? Like, how does somebody get on the SWAT team? Who do you pick? Are they in different units, different areas?
Yes, anyone that's not on probation can try out. You have to be in really good shape. It's physical testing as well as mental testing too, and a combination of both of those. So it's very important that you come physically prepared and also mentally prepared. And we have a manual that you need to study and pretty much memorize to know what the team is about. We have currently 40 members on our team, and it's all part-time. And we have 8 medics from the fire department, which is great.
That's awesome. I think that's something that a lot of people would be surprised to learn is it's not a full-time thing. Like, it's not you're just on SWAT and you're on the SWAT team. The members of the SWAT team have other jobs outside of SWAT that are their full-time jobs, and this is just an added thing that they take on.
Mm-hmm. So last year, we did approximately 60 callouts.
Wow.
Between warrants, patrol calling us, dignitary protection. We did casino ops, which costs a lot of time. And again, this is part-time. These guys are doing this in addition to the regular duties. So it is kind of consuming them. So that's the biggest thing. When we got 40 members, we broke into squads. So depending on, for example, like a search warrant, if it's a small efficiency, small 1-bedroom, 2 bedrooms, we're not going to call out all 40 people. We can call out one squad, and that helps with overtime and officer wellness.
Do you have like an A team and a B team, like the really good guys, and then
No,
we tried to split everybody up evenly.
Every team's evenly. Every team has 2 medics, fire department assigned. We have snipers and we have breachers assigned to each squad,
as well as canines. That we have several officers that are on the canine unit that are also on SWAT. So we try to spread those out evenly. So we've got equal resources on those squads.
How does that work? How do the canines integrate in with SWAT warrants?
Typically, they're there as a perimeter unit. So if someone flees a stop or a house or something like that, the dog is much faster than us, so they can catch them. But we also use them to clear buildings. Before we send an officer in there, they'll use the dog if we can't get a drone or something else in there.
Pretty cool. Is there any technology that you guys are looking into getting to help with things like that? I know there are other agencies that have robots and things like that to go into risk.
Technology is always changing. We just bought a pole cam. We're looking to get drones this year. The company we're looking at is hopefully releasing them in the next quarter or so. So hopefully getting drones. Technology is always changing, and we always need to stay ahead.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that equipment helps keep us more safe because we're not sticking a body in there, and we're able to use piece of machine or equipment that goes in there and helps keep us safe. So.
And we do, as a department, have drones, but you mean drones specific just to SWAT
Yes,
that you
interior
guys
drones.
are, yeah.
The exterior drones are a lot bigger. These would be interior drones that would be able to fly inside the building.
Oh, that's really cool.
That is super cool. And obviously it keeps you guys safe, but it helps you in the mission, of course, of keeping the people safe as well. So
Yes.
it's a benefit for everyone
Yep.
to have
Yep.
that type of equipment. So
We'll be able to talk to the suspects and stuff like that. So
Neat.
through the drone. So
What other kind of training, like how much training do you do? Do you keep it internal? Do you send people off to go and be trained? How does all that stuff work? Is there a minimum number of hours?
Yes, there's a minimum number of hours. We're right now we're exceeding that.
And then people, when they join the team, will go to a SWAT basic school or a sniper basic school, and that gets you certified through the state. And then once you do that, you come to us, and then you receive the additional training every month.
How long are those basic schools?
Typically a week long, but it could be as long as 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Pretty
Now,
cool.
even after you go to the basic, there's specialized schools you can go to too, like sniper training, leadership schools. That's always a huge thing that we need to do because there's a lot of liability with SWAT.
yeah,
And it's something that
absolutely.
you got to stay on with case law. And technology's changing, so you need to go to schools for that as well.
You guys do SWAT competitions. I had
Yes.
never heard of that until I started working here.
We do a regional one, which is put on every year, and then we try to do the actual world one, which is up in Orlando. We've been doing them. It's just funding is an issue. So we're going to try to set up a 501c3, a non-for-profit, for donations for that to send us there. The last recent sniper competition, Sergeant Miller did well. Sure, he doesn't want to toot his own horn, but
He's really good. For other people, he won't brag on himself, but he's really good.
yeah, he is. Yeah,
Thank you.
That's awesome.
it's a specimen.
That's
But,
why
a
we
lot of-
have the elite. We have the elite on our.
Yeah, a lot of those competitions also come with a classroom portion. So there's tactical debriefs. So I was able to see the Pulse nightclub debrief. So there's a lot of things that can be learned from these. It's not just go have fun and do a
Yeah.
competition. So a lot of it comes with training and classes. So whether it's learning how to shoot better or what went right, what went wrong in certain situations, there's a lot that's learned in those events. So,
Yeah, every single competition. It's just not a competition. It's mandatory training you have to do. So it's twofold. So it's great to, competition, but it's also a learning experience for these guys too.
Yeah. And my husband's on the SWAT and sniper team, and he always says that whenever he goes, it's always cool to meet the other SWAT guys from other places. They have full-time teams, and sometimes they have different tactics that they can talk about and bring to the table because, as you guys know, tactics are always changing. So he says if you're not operating, you're dying on the table. So
I haven't ever heard him say that, but it makes
funny.
sense.
Oh, to be young again.
That's awesome. I know too, I've been to some of the SWAT tryouts. I mean, what you guys look for is some of the more elite members of the department physically as well as skills wise. I mean, it's tough. It's not just anyone can do this. This is a difficult thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not just the physical aspect of it. There's, psychological evaluation done by a doctor, and then there's also, interview process with the rest of the team. So it's not just the physical aspect, it's shooting, it's, everything. So it kind of encompasses all those elements.
Yeah, we look for a total package. I mean, you can have a guy that runs really fast and can do 100,000 push-ups and sit-ups, but mentally he's just not all there. So we're looking for a total package that you can do both. And then on top of that, we're looking for leaders on the shift. If they're assigned to patrol, they need to be leaders on their shift, role models. That's who we're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. You had mentioned on patrol how like you have patrol guys integrated in with SWAT to represent. What do they if we run into like a barricaded subject or something like that, how does that one SWAT officer work with the rest of the patrol guys in a call like that before the full SWAT team gets called out?
So they'll usually start putting the pieces into play, if you will. They're going to start setting up the perimeter the way that we would. Usually that's already done, but they're going to probably start assembling, a takedown team or things like that and start getting the equipment set up if they have to make, immediate entry to the building, something like that. But we try to relieve officers because usually by that time the team is responding to the house or wherever we're at. someone's been on perimeter for an hour, maybe 2 hours, and they're exhausted. So by the time we show up, a lot of times they're relieved that we're there to help them out. So it works out.
And I feel like, you guys do a lot of dangerous stuff, and there has to be that element of teamwork and really trusting the people that are around you. So I'm sure that plays a huge role in who you're selecting to be part of the team as well.
Yes, we want people to, gel with the other guys and stuff like that. So training, repetitive training, it causes, camaraderie, and, they know each other, and they train well together.
And you have a probationary period, right? If someone's not necessarily gelling or being what you need them to be.
Yes, and this is a part-time position. This isn't like a full-time thing. So if something is not working out, they can be removed.
What is the longest SWAT call out you guys have ever had? Because I know sometimes, especially with subjects, we try to have some patience to have the best possible outcome. But
This might be different from mine because he was on a lot longer. But me personally, I believe it was around 12 or 13 hours.
Wow.
Did you guys have one that was?
Before I joined the team, they had one that was like over 20 hours.
What the heck?
But yeah, we had one that was a hostage situation that took a long time.
How does 20 hours work? Isn't everybody just like, you
Lights.
can't even hold up rifles are heavy. You can't even hold up your rifle for that long.
We have a great relationship with other teams in the area.
Okay.
So we could call Lee County, we can call Charlotte County, we can call Fort Myers, and they'll come over and help us as well.
Yeah.
And we would, reciprocate too with them. If they need help, they can call us.
Also the benefit of increasing the team size. So now if it is something that's kind of contained, we can rotate people out and give them breaks, where before you were stuck on that and we were limited to, the amount of people that we had. So now we can do that and rotate out. So it helps.
Yeah, when I first joined the team in 2005, we had about 12 to 15 people. So, and it was busy back then. We were doing a lot of grow houses. We used to, one time we did 10 search warrants in a day. So very exhausting.
Wow.
That's a lot.
So having 40 people gives us options. It's better for officer wellness because remember, we're on call 365 days of the year. So it works out better for these officers as well as the department.
Yeah. When do you decide if you have like a barricaded subject or something like that, that it's time to act versus it's time to wait it out?
Well, for a barricade, if there's no hostage involved, we could just take our time with that. Talk to the person, and we have tactics we can use to, get the person out. So we don't have any time frame. Usually barricades are a lot quicker. Hostages obviously are going to be a lot more time consuming, manpower intensive. So hostage is going to take a lot of time. That would take the whole team, 40. We would need 40 people for that.
Yeah.
And as you divvy up the roles between all the members, you see how the manpower is dwindling, and we need the full team for the hostage rescue.
What are you trying to get the team up to? What are your future goals for everything?
I would like to keep it at 40. We're good right now. Eventually, I would like to have some full-time members.
Yeah.
I think not only it would benefit patrol for critical incidents, having a full-time team available, it'll free up patrol so they're not sitting on a house for hours on end. We can have a team respond to critical incidents on the road. As far as community services, they can, take the Bearcat out, go to schools and stuff, meet with the community. It'll be good for the community. Training, they're all high liability instructors, so they can do training as well. Frees up some of the instructors, and then even professional standards could benefit from it. And yeah, it'll just be a huge all around win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the
Investigative
city
services,
grows,
too.
it's unfortunately with a higher population comes, the increased chances of more violent activities. So
Mhm.
it is definitely something that we want to be prepared for and get ahead of.
Absolutely. And we usually start the podcast by asking each person that we interview to give a little bit of a background on themselves.
I started in 1999 in New York City. I did 5 years there and left in 2004. Came down here. Started off on patrol, platoon 4, Delta. Used to be called Delta. Went to street crimes. Went to investigative services, financial crimes at the time, and then went to property. Got promoted to sergeant. Went back to platoon 4. Did a little while there. Came back up to investigative services, economic crimes. and I've been there. And then I got promoted to lieutenant in 2021, I think, 22. I don't know.
Sounds right.
Time
Sounds
flies.
right.
Time
Both
flies.
before I got here. So
Yeah.
I came in
So,
23. So
Yeah, I've been in investigative services since I've been promoted to lieutenant. So
that's awesome.
I started in 2012, started patrol shortly after that, and worked nights. After being on patrol for a year, I was able to get on the SWAT team. And then probably 5 years in, we had the SRO program that opened up, and they needed a lot of officers to go fill that role because there was 25 officers that we had to take.
Wow.
And they wanted to take some SWAT officers and put them in the schools because Stoneman Douglas had just happened. So I went into school for a few years, then left that and went to the Investigative Services Bureau, working in the Special Investigations Unit. And we were partnering with Homeland Security, working cases with them and other, a lot of local jurisdictions and other agencies. From there, I got promoted and went back to patrol. Did that for 2.5 years, and then I moved to the Professional Standards Bureau.
Awesome.
Sniper team leader as well. So
Very cool.
How
Very
much
cool.
of your time, like for each of you, is percentage-wise, I guess, based on what you do for SWAT leadership versus your actual jobs? How much time does that take?
mine surprisingly is a lot. Taking on 40 people. I do have some awesome assistant team commanders that help me out a lot. But a lot of my time is SWAT related, between getting equipment, personnel issues, stuff like that. So if I have to give a percentage of it, it's probably 50.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Plus I have the other duties as well, investigative services, supervise property crimes, economic crimes, VAs, forensics and evidence.
Yeah. And sometimes acting captain.
Yep.
mine's not nearly as that much. So it's
Someday.
yeah.
But it's still a commitment. It's
I-
a big commitment.
So on the SWAT side of things, I'm only responsible for an additional 7 snipers. So it's not nearly as much as he has with the entire team. So, but
These guys are great. They come with years of experience. Makes my job a lot easier. If I didn't have them, the team leaders such as Sergeant Miller here, I'd be in trouble. Sergeant Bean's the Eastern Director for NTOA, so I mean he knows his stuff. So Sergeant Livingston's been on the team for a little bit less than me, so he's got experience.
It's awesome.
Now,
It's
do you
awesome.
guys debrief after different scenes that you have? Do you debrief if you see a problem, or do you always debrief?
We always debrief. Even after a simple warrant, because there may be something that somebody sees that nobody else saw, and we want to make sure that we get that expertise, that knowledge from that warrant or whatever happened right or whatever happened wrong, so we can learn from it.
For sure. Anything else we're forgetting, guys? Anything you can think of that you want to add?
Like I said, as the city grows, we would like to go down that full-time road. I think it's needed, especially investigative services. We're getting a lot of surveillance and takedowns and stuff like that where we need some full-time members. So eventually, I could see in the next couple of years we get that.
Yeah, I
That'd be
think
awesome.
especially having that just elite training that the SWAT guys have and doing so many different takedowns and surveillance and having that extra layer of security available would just be outstanding, I think, for
Yeah,
everybody's
they have the
safety.
training. We got to use that.
Yeah,
Can't just,
absolutely.
let that slide. Luckily, we have a great command leadership here that supports us,
Yeah.
training, and can see the vision that we see in the future for us.
Well, thank you both so much for coming on, taking the time. I know you're
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, I think it's great. People probably see a lot of things on TV and it's nothing like that. So giving them a more
No, it's
realistic
not.
idea of what you guys do, what to expect, maybe why certain calls and things take longer, I think is really good for people to understand, as well as the direction that we're trying to go with everything. So
For sure. You guys are awesome. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
Thank you.
And for everyone who is listening or watching, we will catch you next time. Have a
Yep.
good one.
Stay safe. Thank you for listening to the Cape CopCast, where we dive into the heart of the Cape Coral Police Department's safety initiatives, community relations, and the insightful stories of different officers that make up our department.
Please like and share our podcast. If you have feedback, you can email capepdpao@capecoral.gov. And remember to follow us on social media. Our handle is @CapePD on all major platforms. Stay safe, stay Cape.